From environmentally conscious Studio 113 in River Falls, Wisconsin, it's Focus on You. Tonight on the show, we've got States runner Brian Stark and musician Sam Mathias. I'm student identification number 405003 Murphy B, and here's your insightful host, Rob Reacher.
Hello, all you empty chairs out there. It's time for Focus on You, the campus television show that does actually exist. The election season has come to a close, and Governor Scott Walker won handily, and I, for one, could not be more apathetic.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Rob. I haven't felt this truly neutral on a topic since, well, the last election. In fact, I felt like the thing you just said was boring as shit.
Same here, man. I even have trouble focusing on my own words when they have to do with politics. So did you... Dude, that is a cool shirt, man.
Oh, thanks. Were you going to say something?
That's right. Did you end up voting?
Heck no. That would have taken like 20 minutes of my time. I was way more focused on what to watch on Netflix last night. I spent over an hour just flipping through the goofy TV shows category over and over again.
Whoa. Now, that sounds like a decision I'm interested in hearing the outcome of. Please, Brady, tell me what you ended up picking.
Saved by the Bell. Though I fell asleep after about 5 minutes because I was exhausted from all that deliberation. So did you get out and vote yesterday?
Yes, but only so I could write on Mickey Mouse. I could write a Mickey Mouse on the ballot because it makes me feel edgy and cool, you know.
Good one.
Thanks, man. Finger guns.
What the hell was that?
You know, finger guns.
No, man, just don't do that.
Well, back to the election. The state I live in and attend college in has chosen its governor, and I personally feel that it affects me about as much as a sudden drizzle or my shoes coming untied.
Oh man, Rob, I'm about to start checking my Facebook feed on live television if you don't sex this monologue up soon. I'm honestly bored out of my mind right now.
I know. Don't worry, I'm almost done. As I was saying, Scott Walker is my governor, and I don't really know what that means. I did notice that my taxes are lower, which is nice. I saved about $2,000 this year, and my uncle saved over $2 million.
Oh, is that the uncle who started the chain of coffee shops / banks?
Yep. Reacher, savings, and scone.
That's good news, man. I guess I did notice one thing. After the election, my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Crumple, was really upset.
Oh no, wait. What are you doing talking to your kindergarten teacher?
Yeah, and also my friends Adam and Steve weren't very happy when Walker won either.
Huh. Wonder why.
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
Well, one thing I do know, as long as Scott Walker is governor, I won't have to worry about my finger guns getting taken away. Finger guns.
Rob, this thing you're trying to start is just... it's not working for me.
All right. Enough of that boring political talk. It's time for a brand new segment on the show, Rob's Corner, Finger Guns.
Oh, actually, Rob, Colin and I were talking, and we thought maybe this could be time spent on a new segment involving us.
Who's calling?
You know, the news guy, Colin Kutke.
We have a news guy?
Yeah, he does a news segment every show.
Really? Well, how come I've never talked to him before or even acknowledged his existence on the show?
Continuity?
Huh. Weird. Anyway, what were you saying?
Well, lately we've been getting less and less screen time, and we felt that maybe we deserved a little bit more.
Well, Brady, it's not that I want you to have less time, but I mean, I want to do this new segment, and time has to come from somewhere, buddy.
Well, sure, but you already have the most screen time. Maybe you could just give some back?
Sorry, Brady, but as the host, I think it's my decision, and I'm going to go ahead with Rob's Corner.
Rob, I mean, it's just that there are two of us and only one of you.
What are you saying? You two are forming some kind of collective and then trying to bargain or something?
Well, yeah.
Nope. I'm taking that away.
What?
I don't like that.
Oh. That kind of bums me out.
Sorry, man. Hey, cheer up. Finger guns, right?
All right, fine, finger guns.
All right, finger guns.
Yeah, finger guns.
Finger guns.
Don't do this. Hey, Rob, have you noticed a bit of a liberal slant to this week's show?
Well, you know, come to think of it, I do feel I've been oddly opinionated this week. In a sly, sarcastic way.
Yeah, it's almost like you've been behaving out of character.
Me no know.
Must have something to do with our handsome, intelligent writers.
Ah, yes. They make us say do things.
They sure do, Rob. You don't think we'll get in trouble for making jokes about Scott Walker, though, do you?
No way. We're on a college campus, Brady, a liberal arts college at that. I seriously doubt there's a lot of people on campus who would have a different point of view, you know? Oh, shit.
What was that?
The horse people, Brady.
You mean the centaurs?
No, Brady. I mean, this campus happens to have a lot of horse people and just general farming types.
We do have a lot of rosy throats around here.
Oh, God. They're coming. I don't know where.
Rob, what are we gonna do?
Hey, Brady, I've got this horrible sores all over my armpits.
What? Where did that come from? That makes no sense.
I know, right? I wash them like twice a year. It doesn't make sense.
That's not what I mean. What about the horse people?
Well, it's time for another package. We'll be right back with more focus on, well, what can you do?
Head on down to Dish and Spoon for deli sandwiches, soups, homemade baked goods, and the best coffee in town. With free Wi-Fi for students, Dish and Spoon is a great place for meetings and study sessions. Enjoy the comfortable indoor atmosphere or grab a seat on the patio and get ready to get sconed out of your mind. Dish and Spoon, located on Main Street, River Falls.
And welcome back to Focus on You. Today I have a very special guest, Brian Stark, the state's runner, here on a Skype interview of all things. What kind of limitations then do ultra runners have to go by?
Well, I think anyone who's trying to perform at their best, and you would do that in a race situation, is going to try to have a routine. And so it's really important if you're getting into running at a competitive level to find out what routine works well for you, whether that's waking up at 3 in the morning and eating an early breakfast so that you can be ready to race with a stomach that's not still processing food, or stretching the night before, or certain kind of stretches that you might do. Everyone's got their own mechanism that they have to figure out, and once you dial into yours, you'll find yourself performing a lot better.
Okay. So just in case people are tuning in now, I'm talking to Brian Stark, the state's runner. Tell me more about yourself. Tell me more about the state's runner. What's your background on that?
Okay, so I don't think any big idea comes about just all at once. I think it's usually a combination of random occurrences over time. So in my case, I really enjoyed running in 3rd grade. And during PE class, the teacher would make us run laps for punishment. Well, I enjoyed that. In fact, for recess, I asked my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Wiley, to make me run big laps around the playground. The further, the better. And that just continued on through school until in middle school, I ran 180 miles training for track one season and found I came in 1st and 2nd because I was so used to long distance. In high school, I ran 10,000 miles during track and cross country. And so all this just kept going one after another, and I realized the longer I went, the better I did. And I eventually decided to start crossing states. So I have crossed 31 states out of the 50 in the United States, and my wife was the one who came up with the idea to try and cross all 50 of them, and she thought, oh, wouldn't it be neat if you did them all before you turned 50? So the clock is ticking. I have 8 years left to do 19 states.
Jeez. Well, I think you can do it. I still think you can do it.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So I noticed your map on the back. Is that the paths that you have ran?
Yeah, that's some of them. I carry this around with me when I do local presentations to running groups and outdoor groups. And I just kind of continue to overlay new sections of the country that I've crossed. And you'll see behind me, Wisconsin and Michigan have been crossed now. I did that last summer, and it's a fun way to tally up where I've been.
Very cool. Yeah, I actually watched the video on your website of the Wisconsin-Michigan one. I was like, I live in Wisconsin, so I had to watch that one, and it was really entertaining. I liked watching all the people that you got to meet up with.
You know, that's the thing that keeps me going back for more is the people I meet. And I certainly have deep insights when I get into a moment of zen for running for 6 hours on the side of a road or a trail somewhere. But it's really the people that I meet that make me yearn for finding new communities to go through and new neighbors to meet that I haven't known before. And Wisconsin, without a doubt, was one of the most friendly, genuine states I've run across. And people really came out of the woodwork to find out what I was doing and offer me help, and I really enjoyed my experience.
That's very awesome. Yeah, there's some pretty curious people around here. So tell me more about your website.
Yeah, I really just want to try to keep people informed with what I'm doing and the progress I'm making as I get closer towards 50 states. And the whole purpose of the website is just to let people easily see how I'm doing and what's the latest. I had my first misstep this summer. I tried to run across Oregon and Idaho, and it was about 700 miles, and I was over halfway across Oregon doing 50-mile days. Everything was going great, running along the Pacific coast, and unfortunately a big RV was coming towards me, and I had to step off the highway, and there was no pavement where I stepped, and I turned my ankle really hard and immediately had to end the run. I couldn't walk for several days, and just actually yesterday, this is now 4 months later, I was able to have my first pain-free run, which for me is quite a long time. So I'm really happy to slowly be getting back into it.
Right, yeah. That's very unfortunate, but I guess that's all part of being an ultra runner, I'd assume.
For sure. I mean, you think about what would be the hazards of going out for a 500-mile run, unsupported without a vehicle, by yourself on the side of the highway in unfamiliar territory. I often am asked, do I carry a gun? And the answer is no. I ask, what about people? Have you ever been hurt? The answer is no. I've had nothing but wonderful experiences and thousands of miles of running, and I enjoy that, and I really like getting to know America better, and I think this grand tour of mine gives me a really first-hand perspective on that.
Very cool. Very cool. Who do you edit your own videos as well?
I do. That's been a learning curve. But I really have enjoyed learning that process of what puts a good story together. How do you tell a story with film, especially one that's so personal and moving to myself? How do I share those moments? And I've learned a little bit over the years as I've done this now that I really have to be more bold in capturing the people that I meet. And that's hard because when I'm running, I wear a GoPro camera on my chest, and I'll turn it on if I see something interesting about to happen. And when I get home, I try to edit all that together. Well, sometimes I'm nervous that the person who's approaching me, I don't know their intentions. So do I turn the camera on and have them ask me why the red light is blinking?
Right.
Usually in these situations like a reality show, you'll have a crew that's totally present all the time, but I am my own crew. So it adds a whole new element.
Right, and I think that's what made the videos also really entertaining to watch. It was kind of reminiscent of modern day kind of like documentaries, especially the rural towns of Wisconsin too was really nice to see.
Thank you. Yes, fried cheese curds was quite an experience.
That's a big thing here. So what is your next run then?
Well, because Oregon and Idaho were cut short, I really want to get back and finish those off. I feel unfinished, that those are still lurking out there, and I have no doubt that I'll easily complete them in a matter of days. I just need to get back up there and run it. So perhaps next summer with my family, we might take a road trip, and I've never tried one of these runs with my own family. I have 2 little girls and my wife, and they may come with me, and that would be another new aspect I haven't tried before, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Are you going to have them going on some workout resumes and just have them like run, just like 50 miles or something, just a day. And...
You will not quit on me. You will do this now. I'm very careful to not push them in any one direction. I let them find their own pursuits, but they are pretty fair runners in their own right. And so if they want to follow Daddy's pursuits, that's great.
And you said you had a couple of kids?
Yes, 2 girls.
2 girls. Are any of them interested in running?
Well, they're in 2nd grade and 4th grade, but maybe someday. They do run cross country now, and they're pretty good. But we'll see if they take to it in the later years.
Well, it was great talking to you, Brian. It's kind of nice in a way for learning about maybe cross-country runners. What do they do after high school or college, and do they stop, or do they have just career path and then that's it and they stop running?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think for everyone they just have to kind of discover their passions on their own. But what's really surprising to almost everyone I know who is an ultra runner is how easy it was to get into. You don't really have to be a phenomenal athlete to run a 50-mile race. The pace is much slower. It's much more social than any marathon you would find. And it's really like a long day hike with a little bit of speedier pace. And so anyone who's interested in trying it, I'd say sign up and see how it goes.
Awesome. Yeah. I might even think about it. We'll see. I don't think I can run more than 3 miles, but, maybe someday I can be in...
Right. Wisconsin hosts the annual Ice Age Trail Run, and that's the trail I ran across much of Wisconsin. And so if you're looking for a beautiful path to get on in your own area and meet some really great, cool people, that would be an event I would look into.
Very cool. So do you have we'll follow you on your Facebook page that you have. Definitely. I encourage people to check it out as well as your website, and watch the videos that we have on there, especially the Price is Right. You're on the Price is Right.
I was one of the lucky ones that got to meet Bob Barker just before he retired. I got on stage and won some prizes, but you'll have to see the video to see what I won.
Exactly. Well, Brian, it was great talking to you. Thank you for spending your time with us and enlightening us about ultra running.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. This is a great program.
All right, thank you. And we'll be right back with more Focus on You.
C&R Guns is located on Walnut Street in downtown River Falls. We carry all types of firearms and ammunition. Come check out our extensive selection of handguns and rifles. We carry all types of brands, including Barrett. We hope to see you soon at C&R Guns.
Come visit the Riverwalk Mercantile, where we welcome you to step back in time and create memories with family and friends. We offer an old-fashioned ice cream parlor, roasted peanuts, antiques, and so much more, located at 176 Riverwalk.
Welcome to Focus on You News. I'm Colin Kutke. Maddie Dewar's not here tonight. She didn't make it out of Nam. I tried to save her, but, well. We met as soulmates on Paris Island. We left as inmates from an asylum. And we were sharp as knives, and we were so gung-ho to lay down our lives, and we will all go down together. Here's what's making headlines and the police blotter. Taylor Swift took her music off of Spotify on Monday. While we all know that Swift will write a song about their breakup, I think Spotify needs some advice. Shake it off. Shake it off. A couple recently got married in the middle of a Southwest Airlines flight when they said until death do them part. Little did they know that bitch of a layover in Lansing, Michigan would tear them apart. Jamie Dornan says there will be no full frontal nudity in the 50 Shades of Grey movie. Just another example of the book being so much better than the movie. The NFL team from Washington got in a bus crash on their way to TCF Bank Stadium on Sunday because karma will always get you if you're a racist pig of an organization. Rihanna returned to Instagram on Sunday after months of her account being quiet. Still no word if anyone has told her what her name is yet. The trailer for Lifetime's Grumpy Cat Christmas movie is out. In related news, Lifetime knows their demographic. Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Martin of Coldplay have broken up. You could say that Martin was happy with Lawrence, but that was when he used to rule the world. Seas would rise when he gave the word. Now in the morning he sleeps alone. J-Law nudes on every phone. That's it, and that's all for Focus on You News. Tune in next time when I give you another reason to believe that Maddie Dewar is totally not tied up in my basement. For the entire Focus crew, Grumpy Cat and Rashida Jones's voice on the Southwest Airlines commercials, I'm Colin Kutke. Happening.
And welcome back to Focus on You. Here to play now is our musical guest, Sam Mathias.
Hello. All right, this is a song called Like Humans Do by David Byrne, who's previously of the Talking Heads, so you should know who he is. For millions of years, in millions of homes, a man loved a woman, a child it was born. It learned how to hurt and it learned how to cry, like humans do. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. So step inside this funky house. Dishes in the sink, the TV's in repair. Don't look at the floor and don't go up the stairs. I'm aching, I'm shaking, I'm breaking like humans do. I'm aching, I'm shaking, I'm breaking like humans do. I work and I sleep, I dance and I'm dead. I'm eating, I'm laughing, I'm loving myself. We're eating off plates and we kiss with our tongues like humans do. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. So step inside this funky house. Dishes in the sink, TV's in repair. Don't look at the floor and don't go up the stairs. I'm aching, I'm shaking, I'm breaking like humans do. I'm aching, I'm shaking, I'm breaking like humans do. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
That was great, man.
Thank you. It was fun.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing guitar for about 13 years.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just like learn from teachers, or did you teach yourself?
I had a guitar teacher who actually introduced me to the Talking Heads and David Byrne. But I worked with him for about a year when I first started, and then for the most part I've been self-taught.
Very
I'm taking
cool.
lessons now here. So,
Okay. Yeah. What did you think about Sam Math is no fun, Brady?
Well, you know, if there's one thing I've learned, it's to always respect an artist whose last name rhymes with "my head is numb."
Right. Right.
Finally.
Finally.
Thank you.
Well, this was a really good song. What made you choose this one for tonight?
You know, it's catchy and not too emotionally revealing. The lyrics are interesting. It talks about humans and how we eat off plates and kiss with our tongues.
We do that.
That's a very unique human thing
did
that I do.
just today, actually. So
You
it
did
was
that
really
today?
nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
I also did some finger guns and stuff. I was like,
God, enough with the finger guns, man.
finger guns.
Damn
Right.
liberal.
Oh.
That was finger gunning. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I hope everyone had a great time watching this episode of Focus on You, and I hope to see you next time. Finger guns.